All right, what's up, guys? So we are in Conroe, Texas today. We're in the community of Mavera. This place is awesome. As you can see, you got your resort style pool already built. You got your slides and everything back here for the kids. Just behind the pool on that side, you have like some little cabana areas as well. And then if I turn around here, you can see you have this whole little like pavilion covered area, which is why I'm trying to stay over here because it's in the shade and it's freaking hot. We just started, it's October 1st today. It's supposed to be in fall, but Houston's kind of bipolar around this time of year. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes October can be cold where you got to go out and layer up during Halloween. Sometimes it's hot outside and you're trying not to, but keep that in mind too. If you're coming out here in October, it's hot right now. So anyway, other than that, you have the whole pool here as I just showed you, but they're also going to break ground on a whole new section of these amenities. So there's going to be pickleball courts. They're putting in a wiffle ball court, the beer garden, another like pavilion center. The wiffle ball court's going to have, or not the wiffle ball court, the wiffle ball field's going to have like a giant screen so they can do movie nights and all that kind of stuff out there on the field too. Super, super cool area. We're going to look through all of these homes right now. So there's 3 houses that I'm going to walk you through. Prices from the 200s into the 400s. So super affordable homes that we're going to check out today. And then from there, as usual, if you follow me, I'd like to tell you about the location too, because it's not just about the house, right? It's like, where am I? What's the lifestyle like? What can I expect to do if I live in this community? So I'm going to pull up a map, show you exactly where we are in the Conroe area, how far we are to the Woodlands, which is super close, to the airport, which is close, to downtown Conroe, to downtown Houston, everything you need to know. And then we're going to talk about how close you are to grocery stores, dining, shopping, entertainment, all the stuff that you need to know about living right here in Mavera. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump into this big, nice house first. I hate making people wait till the end to look at the nicer stuff. So we're going to jump into the nicest, most expensive one first. And then we're going to graduate from there to the middle one and then the lowest one. So I'll see you at that house.
All right, guys, so here we are. This is the first house again. This is the biggest, nicest one. This is the Amherst plan. So this model is called the Amherst. It's a 2-story, obviously, 2,772 square feet, 4-bedroom, can be built as a 2.5 or 3.5 bath. With Pulte and the Centex, where these model homes are, they kind of shuffle everybody through this little sales office here, but it's pretty cool because you can get a lot of information. You see the maps up here on the walls. You got this nice little screen here to show you different floor plans, the homes that are available. It's actually kind of nice. You get in here and get all the info you need and then go around this little corner here and get into the house. So as we turn around here, you see you got kind of a little front porch there in your outdoor entryway here, and then going inside. Beautiful entry. So right when you walk in, it's open up there. There's a game room up there. You got that super high ceiling entryway. And then to the right, you're going to have your little flex room / office. So as you can see right there, you got those windows looking out to the front yard. Kind of nice having this office space tucked up here in the front of the house. And you got those glass doors there for privacy, or, you know, some quiet time when you're on calls or whatever you got to do, right? A lot of us work from home these days. I'm actually home right now. My son is sick, so he's in the next room to me, and I can hear his cartoons and everything else in the background. So if you can hear that, sorry about that, but we're just going to push through and get this done anyway. But he's doing good. He's been throwing up all night, but he's actually better today than he was yesterday. But anyway, you have that big storage closet there in that office / study flex space, whatever you want to use it for. Then coming around here, you're going to have your kitchen, dining, living area. Which I'm going to show you all the details too. So you got those super tall ceilings. Again, you can see up there to that game room. Just wanted to show you. You have this big storage closet here under the stairs as well. A lot of people will comment and ask like, hey, what was in that door next to the stairs? Sometimes I forget to open them up. So I try to remember now to open everything up so you guys can see everything. But coming over here, you got this big oversized island, really good sized kitchen here. So you can see a lot of cabinet space overhead, a lot of storage underneath as well. Beautiful. I like the way they ran that subway tile there on that backsplash. Again, you know, a lot of these builders are going with their designs like darker cabinets and things like that. So you got this mudroom over here, and then that's connected right here to your laundry room. And then that door to the right, which is just behind me now, is your garage entry. So if you were to come in from the garage, you walk right here into this mudroom laundry area and then over here into your kitchen. So kind of just looking back now, if you're here washing dishes, cooking, entertaining, whatever, you can see out there to the living room, you can see into the dining room, you can see up there into the game room. And then you actually have 2 pantries here too. So you got this nice big walk-in pantry, kind of like more of a storage pantry, I guess you can use it as. But you also have this little kind of kitty corner, whatever it is. I always say catty corner. Some people say kitty corner. But anyway, you have this other pantry right here too. Actually, ton of storage. Actually, all 3 of these homes have a lot of storage space. So kind of nice. You got a big walk-in pantry. You have your regular pantry there. You have another little kind of coffee area you could use for right there next to those pantries. And then coming around this way, just kind of want to show you this, the backsplash one more time. You got a gas cooktop here, 5-burner gas cooktop. Really nice. And then you have the built-in oven and microwave above it over there to the left. But coming over this way, we're going to see that, as you can see up there, you have the game room up there. You actually have 1 bedroom up there too to the left, which when we get up there, you'll kind of see how it's set up. But just want to kind of give you this view of your dining room looking over into your living room. So again, huge vaulted ceilings, nice fireplace over there to the right. And then you have all these windows looking into the backyard, into your covered patio. So gorgeous living area. This is kind of one of my favorite views when you're just looking back over there to the open staircase, over there to the kitchen, dining room. It's really nice. And then you also have a half bathroom down here right off of that living area too. So kind of nice if you're entertaining, you have people over, just anything really, you're hanging out in the living room, people can use this half bath. They don't need to go into your primary bathroom, which is right here. So we get over here into your primary bedroom, huge bedroom. So you can see that's a California king size bed. You have that additional seating area to the right. You got a couple more seats just in front of the bed. And then you can see how much space you have, even going all the way to that big dresser. Just a ton of room here in this primary bedroom. You can see as I walk over here, you see how much space there is around me, and I'm not a little person, but all these windows looking out there to the backyard. Just really kind of grand primary bedroom right here. And obviously that accent wall they added on there, these model homes, they add a ton of upgrades. This one has about $100,000 in upgrades. We're going to talk about the price on it as soon as we're done walking through it, so I'll give you all the info on that. But getting into the bathroom, you have your double sinks there to the left, and then you have a huge walk-in shower. So you have this little seat here, and this is kind of Pulte's thing. They're really going towards these big walk-in showers instead of doing a tub and little stand-up shower. For whatever reason, it's actually been highly requested too. I'm getting a lot of people recently that don't want tubs. Like every now and then someone's super adamant about it, but a lot of people recently have they've just been like, we don't use a tub anyway, it's a waste of space. A lot of people prefer these big oversized showers. And you can see that actually there's a rain shower head just above me. And then coming over here, you're going to have your big walk-in closet. So nice size walk-in closet here. You can see it kind of turns to the left there around that wall. So plenty of space here for a couple people. Then you have your built-in shelves over here on the left-hand side too. So nice, good size walk-in closet. And as we leave here, that door to the right was just your toilet room. Again, you have your double sinks to the right, big oversized walk-in shower. Coming back around through the primary bedroom, we're going to go ahead and go upstairs. So, just kind of give you this view. You come out of your primary right into your living room, dining room. Again, you can see up there to the game room, that other bedroom. You got your huge kitchen area here, looking back out there to the front door and that office to the left. And then coming up the stairs, I always try to do this, try to give you a view of what it looks like, and I don't know, kind of what it actually feels like to live in a house, right? So you can kind of see over the staircase, imagine yourself walking up here into this game room. So for reference, you're going to have your bathroom to the right. One of the bedrooms is over there to the right with the open door, obviously this huge game room space, and then a bedroom there to the left. But first, obviously I showed you when we walked in, you can see down there into the entryway. And then looking over this way, you can see over into your living room, dining room, kitchen area. But right when you come up the stairs, there's a bedroom here. So we'll start in this bedroom so you can kind of get an idea of how this space upstairs is set up. Again, pretty big room. That's a queen size bed there. Plenty of room for, you got that big dresser to the right just next to me. Plenty of space up here to kind of walk around, more storage. And then it's got a big walk-in closet in here too. So it actually has a nice window looking out there to the front yard, so lets in some natural light here in the closet. And then coming back out, you can kind of see how big that room is, right? They have the little desk there to the right of the bed, nice big dresser here, plenty of space in that room. Then we'll come back around here to the game room. Obviously you can see TV on the wall. A lot of people use these as like theater rooms, game rooms, just some people that homeschool will actually have their desk and everything set up here too. But you have a full bathroom, so double sink here, nice big shower and tub combo, and that's tile too. I get that question a lot. Are these shower tub combos actual tile, or are they like that vinyl stuff? This is a tiled shower, your double sinks there. Then as we come around this way, you'll see there's another storage closet up here. So it's a game room, so you put your games up there, puzzles, whatever, video games, whatever y'all are into, keep all your storage packed away. And then you have your second bedroom upstairs. So again, that's probably about a queen size bed. You can see they got a couple side table, little dresser things next to it. Got a big dresser here in the front. So nice, good sized room there. And then coming back out through this game room, we'll get back over to the other side of this game room, and there's actually a really, really big bedroom on this side. So this is the biggest of the additional bedrooms. It's really good size. You can see that desk there to the left. And then the cool part about this one is it actually has its own attached bathroom. So you got that little bay window seat there, which I don't know why, but I really like those for some reason. I honestly don't know why. I've never had one, but I feel like if I did, I would just kind of sit there and hang out and read a book or listen to music or something. I don't know. I just like them. I think they're cool. Anyway, you got shower tub combo, full bathroom here. The interesting thing about this bedroom, if you watch me, everything's kind of like I call it as I see it, right? If you're wondering where the heck is this closet in this room, it's a huge room, nice big bathroom. This little tiny door over here to the left, as you can see, I had to turn sideways to get through this thing. But as you can see, it really is just a little tiny closet right here. So kind of a weird setup, if you will, in that little closet. But especially for the size of the room, I feel like they could have did something better to have a bigger closet here, honestly. But it is what it is. Nice big room, nice bathroom. Only downside to this one is it has that tiny closet. But we'll come back downstairs and then check out the backyard. So again, just your view, envision yourself walking down these stairs, looking over there. Maybe your family's in the living room or someone's over here in the kitchen hanging out. You can kind of oversee or overlook all of that. We'll kind of, just for fun, I'm going to walk around this way and kind of show you the view from your living room. Again, looking out there to that covered patio. And we'll get out here into the backyard. So as I already mentioned, you do have this covered patio as soon as you get out here. And then this lot where these model homes sit, there's no back neighbors. So you just have like a drainage ravine back there. There is some water in it. Obviously it's drainage, so it'll fill up when it rains. So you kind of have a water view. And I get this question a lot too. A lot of people wonder why they use those little, like that iron fence there where you can see through. Like 99% of the time, if you don't have back neighbors, you have like a forest or this like drainage ravine back there, there's some kind of view in the back of your lot. They're always going to put that iron gate there so it doesn't block your view, right? But anyway, here's the back of the house. Really nice home here.
All right, guys, so real quick, we're going to talk about the prices. So these things are selling pretty quick. They don't have this exact model ready to go in inventory, but you can build it. They actually only have one inventory home that's going to be ready. Actually, I thought it was December. That's a different one. This is ready now. This is the Beaumont plan. It's 2832 square feet. So actually a little bit bigger than this one that we just walked through. It's got 3 full bathrooms, got a study. Again, ready now, $399,880 on that one. So just under $400,000. for something that's actually bigger than this model home that we just walked through. So $399, $880 on that one there. But just to show you, so we're in the 50-foot section right here. This is the bigger ones from this part down on this sheet here. These start on the 50-foot section. They have 1-stories starting about 1,674 square feet. Those start about $302,990. And then you can see all of these different floor plans. The model we just walked through is the Amherst model. It's 2,772 square feet, 4-bed, 2 to 3.5 bath, $376,990 is what that one starts at. And just to note, this model home we walked through has about $100,000 in upgrades. So if you were to do one out like you see it in here, I'm talking about flooring, fixtures, basically everything, the tile around the fireplace, all of that, you'd be all in right around 475-ish. And then given, you know, they are doing incentives, things like that. So, you know, 450, 475 range. What I like to tell people, when you're looking at a base price, so like I said, from the smallest, you're at 302,990 to the biggest, you're basically at 402. You always want to add about 10%. That's kind of on average what I see people putting into the homes with their own updates, because most people want different flooring. Most people want nicer countertops, a nicer backsplash, you know, primary bedroom, en suites. A lot of people like to upgrade tile in there, in the floor, in the shower, countertops, all that stuff. So give yourself, if you're looking at a $360,000 home, you're probably going to be looking closer to 400 once you're done getting it the way you want it. So keep all that in mind too, not just with this home, but as we continue on to these other ones that I'm going to show you and we go through these prices too, just keep that in mind. But let's go ahead. We're going to do now, jump over to my office, pull up that map I was talking to you about. So I'm going to show you exactly where Mavera is in Conroe, distance to the Woodlands, the mall, downtown, the airport, HEB, all your grocery stores, kind of lifestyle right here next to Mavera. I'll see y'all over there.
All right, guys, so here we are. Before we jump into the map, one of the biggest questions that I get from people in the comments, and even when y'all call me or text me, is what's the tax rate and what's the HOA fee? So I figured I'd pull it up here to show you not only an easy way to find that, so I can provide the information to you up front right here, right now, but also show you, if you're watching my videos or anyone else's videos, how you can find it. So I just went on to har.com. As you can see, I'm not even logged in. So I have a whole realtor account where I can see more info than the public, but I just went on har.com. I searched Mavera Conroe and this pulled up. So you have this little screen here where it kind of tells you about the community. But if you click on for sale, it'll show you homes right here that are for sale in the community. Just click on a random one. And what you want to do is you want to scroll down, you know, you're going to have your description, all the stuff about the house. And then you keep going down and there's a section right here that says financial. So as you can see here, you have a HOA fee, which is maintenance fee of $795 annually. So every year you'll get a bill for $795, you pay it. It's not paid monthly like a lot of other HOAs. Out here, HOAs are all annually paid, $795. And then right here shows your tax rate, 2.98% tax rate. So super easy. Again, I can show you this stuff, but for me, I really like trying to help y'all, educate y'all, and it is really simple just to kind of come pull it up on har.com, find a listing, find a house, scroll down to financial, boom, you're gonna have all your information right there. So super simple, knock that out. Okay, so taxes and HOA, super simple to find that information. So reach out to me if you need it. You can also look it up on har.com. But anyway, let's jump into this map so you can see exactly where we are located in the Houston area. So as you can see right here, you got downtown Houston. Mavera is right up here where these red dots are. So we're basically a straight shot north of Houston. Again, big draw to the area is the fact that you're so close to the Woodlands, so close to Conroe. You're right smack dab in between I-45 and 69 along this 242 road, which has just been widened, by the way. So you can literally fly down this 242. I do all the time. Probably shouldn't, but I do. But super easy getting to and from 69 or 45. I'm going to show you right here. There's always a little bit of traffic when you're getting over here to 45 on 242. You'll see that when I try to tell you how much distance it is certain places, blah, blah, blah. But other thing too, you got Bush Airport up here on the north side. So you're probably about 30 minutes to the airport. I'm going to show you, and then I'll show you how long it takes to get into downtown as well. So let's say you're living here in Mavera, you want to get to the Woodlands Mall, for example. So we'll go ahead, click on this. Let's get directions. Flip that around and we're gonna say we're going to, if I can spell, we're gonna go to the Woodlands Mall, and it is 16 minutes to the mall right now. And mind you, it's 9 a.m. So
kind of prime traffic time. Maybe traffic's died down a little bit compared to like 8:30, 8 o'clock. You get a little bit of traffic right here. So this is what I was talking about. When you're coming on 242 going over towards 45, right here you have Harper's Preserve, you have Costco, you have HEB. There's a whole big shopping plaza here. You also have the medical center. There's just a lot right here. So I feel like with all the people coming into 45, there's always traffic right here. So still, 16-minute drive isn't too bad. Just keep in mind you're gonna hit traffic right here trying to get onto 45, whether you're going south towards the Woodlands or north towards Conroe, which we'll pull that up too, see how long it takes to get up to downtown Conroe. It'll probably give us a different route. Yeah, since we're over here closer to this road, you can see it's 19 minutes up here to downtown Conroe. So if you want to get up to Conroe, hang out, and maybe you work up there, maybe you have friends that live up there, whatever. It's kind of a cool little kind of historic Texas town. So downtown Conroe right there, 19 minutes away. You know, zoom back out here and let's check out how long it takes to get to the airport. I know that's important for a lot of people. We moved out here in 2018, my wife and I, with our 2 kids. So being close to the airport, as you can see right here where I'm at in Kingwood, that's where I live. We're super close to the airport. But from Mavera, we are 32 minutes down to Bush Airport. And I always try to bring this up because this is what's super cool about not just getting to the airport, but basically anywhere around Houston. As you can see, we have this loop system. So you have 610, Beltway 8, 99, and then you have all of these highways that run in and out of town through these loops. So it's kind of like a big spider web is what it looks like to me. And as you can see, when I pulled up the route to get to the airport, it gives you 3 different routes, and they were all 32, 34, 34 minutes. So just depending on the quickest route is the best way I would take to get somewhere. But just kind of wanted to note, like, wherever you are in Houston, even if you're over here in Cypress or Katy, there's always multiple routes to get to wherever you need to get to. So if, say, coming this way, that's 32 minutes. Say there was an accident right here on, I believe this is 1314, maybe that one's 40 minutes, but you can just jump around this way from 242 down to 69 and get this way, or this way to 45 and get down to the airport. There's always multiple routes to take. So traffic, in my opinion, being from LA, Orange County, traffic in Houston is nothing like what I experienced out there. If you're from there, you know what I mean. There's not really that many highways to get where you need to get to, so everybody's on the same highway. But not really that way here. There's always a way around traffic. So keep that in mind if you're coming out here to explore, especially if you're from LA like I am. You're gonna notice traffic is nothing here compared to LA. People from Houston will try to tell you traffic sucks, blah, 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 but they just don't know. They don't know how bad it actually is in other places. But anyway, that was Bush Airport, 32 minutes to the airport. Let's check out if you're trying to get to, let's say downtown Houston. So downtown Houston from Mavera, you're looking at 47 minutes, the fastest route, 52 minutes, 51 minutes. So basically 47 to 52 minutes getting all the way into downtown. As you can see, it's basically 38 miles into downtown. And one thing I always like to point out too is the fact that, again, this 69 is, in my opinion, the most forgiving highway out here in Houston, and you really only hit traffic once you're kind of getting into downtown. So, being up, like I said, I live here in Kingwood. I'm on 69 going in and out of town all the time. I'm on 99. I'm basically on all these freeways. 69 is on this north side especially, is my favorite one, because usually there's not really traffic unless there's like an accident or something happen. Then we'll have traffic on 69, but for the most part, it's super easy getting in and out of town from this north side, getting in and out of downtown Houston. Let's go ahead and exit out of here, and then what we're gonna do, we'll kind of zoom in right here on Mavera. I kind of spoke about it a little bit when I showed you the Woodlands, but I wanna show you the things to do that are like right here in your general vicinity. So, if you're a gun person, there's a gun range right here, Thunder Gun Range, which is right behind Artavia. Kind of another thing to note too, Mavera is right here, literally across the street from Artavia. You have Evergreen right here. You got Granger Pines back here. You got a ton of new developments that are popping up all along this 242 highway, which kind of tells you what these developers are planning for this area, right? So a lot of new homes, a lot of new commercial development, a lot of new retail stores, all of that is coming. But what's super cool is everything you need is literally right down the road, down 242. So you got HEB, you got Tractor Supply, you know, right here in this HEB shopping center, you got Crust Pizza, True Texas Barbecue, Dutch Bros, Jack in the Box. Across the street, you have Chick-fil-A. There's a Starbucks there, your UPS store, all the stuff you need, right? There's urgent care, everything. And then right here, you have your medical facility up here in the Woodlands. So you're super close to the hospital too. And then you also got Costco right here. So let's say you're living right here in Mavera and you want to get over to HEB, which is going to be your main shopping center. So you'll be at HEB, that's located on 242. And as you can see, what the heck's going on here? Oh, it went for my location. Come on, Mavera by Centex. There we go. Now we got it. So you're 9 minutes to HEB right here. And again, you have that little bit of traffic right here by Harper's Preserve, this whole shopping center, Costco, all that. But 9 minutes to the grocery store isn't bad at all. Say you want to get over here to Costco. We'll do Costco 242. 13 minutes. And again, you still have a little bit of traffic there. So you're 13 minutes for your Costco runs. Pretty sweet, not bad at all. And then again, you were 9 minutes to HEB. You have all the restaurants, everything else right here. You got the hospital, which is right across from Costco. So you're 13 minutes to the hospital. And then if you wanted to get down into the Woodlands, we looked at the Woodlands Mall. But even more than that, all up and down this I-45, you have Main Event. You have a ton of restaurants right here in this. There's all these different shopping centers. You got Saltgrass, this Mexican restaurant, Lupe Tortilla, donut shop. I mean, everything. You got Target, Academy, down here by the Woodlands Mall. I mean, obviously you got the Woodlands Mall with all the stores and all that there. You got the Woodlands Waterway nearby. So that's really, really the big draw to this area, is being so close to the Woodlands. All right, so we're about to go jump into this second house. Before we do that, if this is bringing any value to you and you appreciate this, hit the like button for me. I appreciate it so much. It helps me out a ton. But other than that, I always try to ask, and this is just recent, I try to remember, ask you guys what you like or don't like about my videos. So a lot of you come back every single weekend. I see all the analytics, I see the data, so I know a lot of you are supporting me out there and I appreciate it. And you come back every weekend and watch my episodes. Tell me what you like, what you enjoy out of my videos so I can keep doing that. And then if there's anything in here where you're like, you didn't really need to do that, or that didn't bring any value, let me know. Put it in the comments. And I really take all of the feedback. Even when people reach out to me and call me, they don't necessarily put it in the comments and they let me know things. I'm like, okay, I'll think about that. I'll try to figure out how I can incorporate that in there. But put whatever you got to say in the comments, even if it's, hey, Rennie, you suck, I hate your videos, but keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate that too. But anyway, let's go ahead, hit the like button for me. Slap a comment in there for me. I appreciate you guys. Let's check out this next house.
All right, guys, so here we are. This is the Hamilton plan. So this is on the 45-foot section. So the lots are a little bit smaller than that first one. The first one was on a 50. This is obviously a 2-story. It's 2,580 square feet, 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage. So as you can see, this would normally be your garage. See my boy Tim back there with the beard, the white beard. He was a super nice guy, the sales rep there. So if you come visit, when you come in here, we'll talk to Tim. He'll give us all the scoop on the whole community. You're going to have your pickleball courts, your wiffle ball field back there, the beer garden, which I'm going to show you all the details on all that stuff too. But just kind of wanted to show you, when you come in here, you'll get all the info you need from the sales rep, and we'll talk to them about purchasing your home out here. So this one I actually like. I like patios. I'm an outdoor person, so having that little front patio is cool. I would just sit out there and hang out in peace and quiet. But coming in here, similar setup to that first one. Right when you walk in, you're going to have your office/flex room here to the right. So you got those windows looking out there to that front porch. Pretty good size room in here too. So you can see they kind of just have it set up here as an office. You have some additional like cabinets and decorative stuff there on the right hand side. And then you have your double glass doors there for privacy. There's me saying what's up to y'all. And then we'll get over here, and this is where it opens up, obviously. So you're going to have your nice big island here. You got the sink in the island, and that opens up over here to your dining room. And then back there, you have your living room with that vaulted ceilings too, which I'm going to show you in a second. But first, to the left, that door on the left is your garage entry. So if you come in from the garage, you're going to come in right here in this hallway, and you're going to walk over here, and you have your laundry room. So washer, dryer, some storage overhead there. And then to the left of that, if you're coming out of the laundry room, you have a half bathroom. So you can see here, they just have a little pedestal sink, your toilet area, nothing too fancy in this half bathroom, but always nice having a half bathroom downstairs, just kind of extra space for your guests if you're entertaining or whatever, to be able to hop over here into the bathroom. And then right here under the stairs, you have a huge storage closet. So it could be, again, like that first one we looked at, you had that big walk-in pantry. Same thing here, you got a big walk-in pantry / storage. And then as you can see there in the kitchen, you have your kind of more everyday stuff pantry, right? So your cereals, your coffee, whatever you need right there in the kitchen, you have that other pantry, which I'm going to open that up in a second. One thing we haven't talked about yet is the incentive here. So if you're going to be buying a home with them, they're giving 10 grand right now towards your closing costs, which is super amazing. And then right here you have a oven and cooktop combo, so gas cooktop there and your oven underneath. And then you have this little step-in pantry here. So again, all of these floor plans, you're gonna have plenty of storage. So really, really nice. I know a lot of people moving out here, we all have a lot of stuff. I do too. So, I'm getting all our Halloween decorations and everything out right now, and I'm like, geez, I never realized how much crap we had until you start messing with it. But anyway, getting over here into the dining room, you can see you have your dining room, and then you get into the living room, and this is where you have those high vaulted ceilings. And as we turn around here, I'm going to show you, you can actually see right up into the game room, which people love. The open stair railings there are super cool. You got that game room up there. So it makes everything feel so much more open and spacious and airy. That is a highly, highly requested thing from all of you guys that are contacting me. When you see this, everyone's like, well, I gotta have that open railing. It is usually an upgrade to do that. I think some of these builders now are getting the hint, and they're just adding that in as a as base price, really. And now they're just doing it because they know people love it. But we'll get over here to the right. So just off your living room, you're going to have your primary bedroom. I'll open up this little closet here. You got a little linen / storage closet right here outside of your primary bedroom. And then getting in here, again, another really, really good sized bedroom. That's kind of what Texas, I guess, or I know for sure Houston is known for. They really focus on these primaries and make sure that people have the space that they need. So you can see they actually added that little, I don't know what it's called. You have a little like bay window, or it goes out a few feet that way, and you can fit a whole nother seating area there. And you can see, again, this I believe is like a California king size bed. You got the tray ceilings, plenty of space up here to kind of walk around. You have that big dresser there on the wall, the big mirror hanging above it. And then we'll get over here into the bathroom. So this really is almost just like the other one. So you have your double sinks, plenty of countertop space there in the middle. And then just behind here, you're going to have your oversized walk-in shower. So pretty much exactly like that other home that we walked through. These are just a little bit less expensive. So if you're kind of looking for the same amount of space, this one's a couple hundred square feet smaller, but still overall, you kind of have this same living space that you do in that big one. And then the cool thing about this bathroom here, this is just your little toilet area, just to kind of show you what that looks like. But you actually have two walk-in closets here. So one there to the right, we'll check out this one here to the left first. So you got those built-in shelves there. That's your first walk-in closet. Kind of walk over here and look back that way so you can kind of get a better idea of the size of this closet. And then as you come out of this one, you have your second walk-in closet over here on this side. So again, they're both pretty big walk-in closets. I mean, it's more space than I have in my house, definitely. We have separate closets like this too, and both of these are bigger than ours, so I would be happy to have some space like that. And then coming out this way, again, you kind of just see these double sinks, plenty of countertop space in between. We'll walk this way back out of your primary, all those windows looking to the backyard. And then we'll come around here and go upstairs and check out the game room and all the additional bedrooms and another bathroom upstairs. So let's go ahead and make our way up here. Again, a lot of times I skip the stairs, like if you can't see anything, but just want to kind of give y'all an idea, a feel for what it's like of actually walking through this house, right? So coming up the stairs, first thing, you have this big game room. You got those nice big windows over there on the opposite end, letting in a ton of natural light. And then, you know, obviously we already looked at the fact that you can see down there into that living dining room. You can see through the windows out there to the back patio. Just a huge open space. Love it. They got this massive sectional here too. So they have this thing set up kind of nice as a little movie theater room. Perfect for movie nights. I know my daughter is into movie nights right now. She's 7, and literally every single day she's like, Dad, can we have a movie night? And she wants to watch Descendants 3 every single day. So if you ever want to hear me recite some Descendants 3 music, I'm pretty much have them all memorized now. But anyway, coming in here, this is the first of the bedrooms upstairs. You can see they have this one set up with these bunk beds here. And then you have a ton of space in between those bunk beds where this dresser is. Going over here into the closet, kind of standard size closet right here. And then we'll turn back around and we'll get out of this room. And then you're going to have your other 2 rooms just across the hallway. But first, we'll check out the bathroom. So you have a little kind of vanity station there directly to the right when you come in. Single sink, tiled shower, and tub combo in here. And then coming back out this way, we'll walk into these other 2 bedrooms. So you're going to have your second bedroom upstairs right here. Again, really good sized room, nice big windows looking out there to the front yard. You can see that big dresser there in the front. Still plenty of room for me to kind of walk through here. They got that little chair there off to the side. You can see that desk to the right of the bed. And then we'll check out kind of another standard size closet right here too. And then as we get out of this room, that little door to the right, I didn't open that up. It was just like a little linen closet right there outside of the bathroom. And then you have this linen closet too. The other one was just basically a smaller version of this. And again, you know, just like I said in the first house, you have plenty of storage everywhere. And then this is your 3rd bedroom upstairs. So the 4th and final room in the house. And as you can see, they kind of just have it set up as their showroom. So if you came in here and you liked one of these houses, you can actually look through here and see what finishes you would be able to select from in the home that you would want to build. So kind of cool having that option to really, I can't think of the word, customize what you're doing in your own house. So going back downstairs, we pretty much saw everything downstairs. So now we're just going to go out and check out the backyard. Main thing I want to point out too is you'll see the 50-foot yard was a lot bigger than this one. This one's still a really good sized yard though. So you come out here again, you're going to have your covered patio just like the other one. Obviously the yard is 5 feet less in width. And then that first one we looked at was kind of at the end of the cul-de-sac too. So it had an angled yard, which made it a lot bigger than this one, but still really good sized yard here, depending on where you're from, right? I'm from LA. Our yards are like little patios and that's it. So looking back out here, that back patio, nice home here. This is the Hamilton floor plan.
All right, guys, so that was the Pulte 45-foot section. As you can see right here, there's only one for sale. So they don't have this model on the ground and as inventory, but it can be built, right? They got a ton of sections that they're still building out. So if you like this model, this model starts at $352,990. So this is the Hamilton floor plan. It's 2,580 square feet, 4-bed, 2.5 bath. $352,990 is what it's starting at. The one that they have on the ground is actually just a little bit smaller. It's called the Adalu. It's 2,318 square feet, 4-bed, 2.5 bath. And that one that they have ready to go in December, as you can see right here, is $355,850. So right there, basically right around that $350 price point is going to get you a home pretty similar to this one in this community of Mavera. And we go back to this, throw that over here. You can see right here in this top section, this is all the 45. So you can see how many floor plans they have. And look at it, you're starting right here at $297,990, just under $300, and then going up to $387,990 for the biggest one, which is 3,018 square feet. And just like I mentioned before, keep in mind, if you're gonna build one of these from scratch, you're probably gonna end up being around 30 grand to 40 grand more depending on your updates, right? A lot of people want to update stuff. Good example is that Idaloo. You can see right here, the base price on that is 337, and finished out, completely done, they have one at 355. So you're talking about another almost 30 grand that they went up on upgrades for that Idaloo plan. So keep that in mind when we're looking at these homes. Yeah, these are the base prices, but to finish it out the way you want, you should expect about a 10% increase in that. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna jump back to my office and I'm gonna talk about all the amenities right here in Mavera. So the stuff that's already built, you got the pool, the little splash pad, all of that for the kids. There's parks everywhere. We're gonna get into that. But also what's to come. There's going to be pickleball, wiffle ball field, a beer garden, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to show you all of that right now. Let's go ahead and jump into my office. I'll see y'all over there. All right, guys. So let's kind of get into the details about Mavera. So I'm going to show you the amenities right here within the community. So basically everything that's right here in your backyard. And then another big question I get from people is, what are the schools? How are the schools rated? Things like that. So we're going to look at the schools as well. So actually, let's go ahead. We'll start with the schools. And again, sorry, there's a big piece of dust flying in my face. So again, this is just the Mavera website. It's called livemavera.com. You can come on here and check out all this stuff yourself too, if you ever were just wondering or wanted some more information. But we'll start with the schools. So when you click on our community, that's going to take you to just a little bit of an explanation about the community, but the schools are right here. So as you can see, you got San Jacinto Elementary, K through 5, Grangerland Intermediate, Moorhead Junior, and then Caney Creek High School. And then a lot of people want to know, how are the schools? How's it rated? What school district is it? As you can see, it's Conroe ISD. A great resource that I use for schools and just kind of general info is niche.com. So you go on niche.com, type in Conroe Independent School District. It's going to pull up right here. So you can see Conroe ISD is the #1 best school district in Montgomery County. You can see all the grades right here: A- academics, A teachers, A clubs and activities, diversity A, college prep A+, administration A-. Really great school district, right? So you zoom down. The main thing that I do, which makes it super easy, whether you're looking at a house in Mavera or a house in Artavia, a house anywhere, could be Katy, Cypress, whatever, you go on niche.com. When you find the school district, you have this map right here. So it makes it super easy just to kind of, you know, if you're looking at a listing online or you're looking at this website, you can see, okay, we got San Jacinto, Grangerland, Moorhead, and Caney Creek. And then you go over here, you know, you already know we're right here off 242. So these schools are going to be close to this area, right? So you can see here's San Jacinto Elementary School, which is the elementary school. We're zone 2. Mavera's right here. So elementary school just down the street. And then I believe the other ones are up here. So you got, yep, Grangerland Intermediate, Caney Creek High, and Moorhead Junior. So you can see Mavera's right here. You're super close to all of these schools, and they're all B+ rated schools right here. And then as you can see too, Conroe ISD is massive. So you're almost all the way down here into Kingwood, this whole Porter area. A little bit of Spring is actually technically in Conroe ISD. The Woodlands too. A lot of people don't know this, but the Woodlands, as you can see, a lot of the A-rated, really highly rated schools in the school district are over here in the Woodlands, which kind of brings that overall score up also too, right? So you got the Woodlands as part of Conroe ISD, and then up here you have actual Conroe. So this is the city of Conroe, but as you can see, the school district is massive. It covers all of this space here. So just kind of really knowledge for nothing. I always think that kind of stuff is interesting. But yeah, that's the schools. You know, you come back over here to their website. So let's get over here. We're back to the website now, livemavera.com, click on our amenities. You come down, you know, I already kind of showed you the whole pool area. We started the video there, showed you the cabanas, the pavilion, all that stuff. But what they have coming, you can see these renderings here. So just on this side of that pool area is just all forest right now, but they're actually going to break ground this year to level all that out and put this in here. So they're actually putting a cool wiffle ball field in here, and then a beer garden also. And then just next to that, as you can see, they're going to have some pickleball courts right here also. And then the field is going to have a giant jumbotron. So it won't only be for games, but they're saying they're going to do like movies in the park kind of thing, like at nighttime. And they can put movies up here on this jumbotron. So super cool coming. You're gonna have the pool area, wiffle ball, beer garden, pickleball courts. Really
amazing amenities right here. And especially when you think about the prices of these homes all the way down into the 200s, and then even your bigger, nicer homes are still high threes, low 400s. Probably, I mean, not probably, but this is when you're talking about, you know, Artavia, Mavera, or Artavia, Evergreen, Harper's Preserve. Like when you're talking about the communities that are right here in this little pocket close to the Woodlands and Conroe and all that, this really is the most affordable out of all of them. And in my opinion, you kind of get the most bang for your buck right here in Mavera too. So anyway, just kind of wanted to point that out. Obviously you see what's here already with the pool and all that, and then what's to come next. This is actually supposed to open up by summer next year. So really, really cool there with those amenities. You know, your builders, I'm showing you, you have Centex Homes, you have Pulte, and Pulte is not only one of the builders here, but they're actually developing the entire community. So Mavera is a Pulte Homes community that they're developing. And then you also have Beezer Homes and Meritage Homes here as well. All right, so that was a little bit about your amenities. We talked about the schools. In the section before this, we already talked about tax rate and HOA and all that. HOA was $7.95, tax rate was 2.98%, if you don't remember. Really great school district here in Conroe ISD. Super great amenities in Mavera too, especially for the money. You're getting the most bang for your buck, in my opinion, right here in Mavera, especially if you want to be in this part of town. So hopefully that was valuable to you. Again, if it was, hit the like button for me. Add a comment in there if you like this section or you don't like this section, or hey, do this, do that, whatever it is. Give me your feedback in the comments. I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and check out this last house. I'll see you over there.
All right, guys, so here we are. This is the third and final house for us today. This one is built by Centex. So those first two homes were Pulte. If you don't know, Pulte actually owns Centex too. They're just kind of different classes of product that they build. So Centex is going to be kind of on the lower end of what they build, which is why those prices reflect that too. So you're going to be in the 200s on Centex, 200 to 300 for these bigger ones. Pulte, as you saw, you're going to be like high 200s, low 300s into the 400s, right? It's just a different product, a little more higher end stuff on the Pulte side. But anyway, coming through here, you know, you get to the sales offices where we're going to get all the information you need about the homes. This one is called the Granville plan, and I'll give you all the data and specs on it after we walk through. But let's go ahead and get in. Again, kind of just like those other ones. As soon as you walk in to the right hand side, you're going to have your office, library, flex room, whatever you want to use it for. Could be a game room. I actually have people that have really young kids and they have additional office flex space like this, and they don't want their little ones upstairs playing in the game room where they can't really keep an eye on them, so they'll use these flex spaces downstairs as their kids' game rooms. So just coming through here, once you walk through this entryway, then it opens up back here into your living room, little dining nook back there in that corner. You have the door going out there to the back patio, and then your kitchen area. So here in the kitchen, you know, you got your fridge there to the right. You got a nice little island here in the center, and then your cooktop, oven, and everything are back there on that back wall with the microwave above it. Just kind of want to give you this view here, standing from the living room, looking out towards your entryway. You got the stairs there to the right. That door straight ahead is your primary bedroom. You know, obviously your kitchen, dining room here to the left. And then we'll walk around this way and kind of show you this kitchen. So you got granite countertops, dishwasher right there next to the sink. Sink actually looks out to the backyard with that window, so it's kind of cool. I enjoy looking outside when I'm doing the dishes. It's kind of weird, but my house is set up the same way. So, you know, if the kids are playing back there, or they're playing fetch with the dog or whatever, it's kind of cool just to kind of, you know, I don't know what the word is, revel at them and just be like, you know, have one of those parent moments where you just watch them and smile and be like, yeah, they're the best kids in the world, even though they're probably not, and they get on your nerves sometimes, but it is what it is. Anyway, going over here, we're going to walk this way and check out this primary. But before we get to the primary, you're actually going to have a half bathroom down here as well, off of the living room and all that. So you're going to have your pedestal sink there. Really nothing too fancy about this half bath, you know, toilet, sink, just whatever you need for doing your business in there. And then you have a little linen storage closet right here too. And this also could be like a secondary pantry, because it's right here off of the kitchen. So you had your pantry over there in the kitchen, but like the other ones, you have the secondary pantry that's pretty close too. So coming in here, your primary, again,
big primary. That's a California king size bed. You got the big dresser on the wall. You got additional seating area there to the left. You can see they got a couple side tables / dressers here. Still plenty of space in this room to kind of walk around, do what you need to do. They always put the mirrors up on the wall. Most people, you might have a TV mounted up there. You can see right there with those windows looking out to the backyard, just lets in a ton of natural light. That's one of my favorite things about how they build houses out here in Houston, is they really utilize windows and natural light. Coming into your ensuite, you're gonna have your double sinks right there. And then over here with Centex, opposite of Pulte, they're still doing the tub and then the smaller stand-up shower. So if that's something you're interested in, I know there are people out there, they're adamant they gotta have a tub, they love taking their baths. This would be a good option for you here. And then you have your big walk-in closet right here off of your ensuite. So kind of cool, as I was mentioning before in that first house. Some of these builders have opted away from having the tubs and a stand-up shower, and they're just doing oversized showers, but Centex is still doing the tub and the shower. So depending on what you need, this might be a good option for you. So coming out here, we're gonna get back through this primary suite, and then we're gonna go check out upstairs so you can see what that's all about. You actually have a huge game room in this house. I think it's probably the biggest of the 3 that we're looking at today, even though it's technically the smallest home, the least expensive home. The game room is massive. But we'll go ahead and go up here. As soon as you come up the stairs, like I mentioned, you have this huge game room. You can see they have the 2 couches facing either way. Along this wall on the right, you have your little desk area. Kids can do their homework, whatever needs to be done up here, drawing area, whatever it is. Then they have the TV on that opposite wall set up. So kind of a cool, game room, media room, drawing, homework area. As I said, it's a really huge space. So they've kind of almost turned it into 2 separate rooms, if you will. You can utilize this space however you want. So pretty cool right here. And then as we come over here to the little hallway area, for reference, you're going to have first bedroom to the right. You have laundry right here after that, another bedroom over there on the right hand side, the bathroom, and then this 3rd bedroom. So we'll go into this room first. This is the first of the rooms upstairs. They really do a great job too. All of these builders, they have great design people that really give you a great idea of what these rooms feel like and how you can utilize that space. So nice cute little room here. We'll go open up this closet so you can see what this closet space looks like. Pretty standard size closet here. Then as we get out of this room, we'll go here to the left hand side, and this is where you're going to have your laundry room. So your laundry room is actually upstairs in this home. So again, with me, I'm kind of full disclosure. I tell you what I think. I personally, especially with the primary being downstairs, I wouldn't be wanting to walk up and down the stairs all the time to do my laundry. On the other hand, I guess it is kind of convenient if you have kids. All of your kids are up here. You have laundry right there next to their bedrooms. If it's me, I'm making my kids go up and down the stairs with their laundry to downstairs to bring it into the laundry room downstairs. I don't want to be the one hiking up and down the stairs all the time. But, it is what it is. That's the way this house is set up. Could be for you, might not be for you. But I'll let you be the judge of that. And you have this second of the 3 bedrooms upstairs. Again, nice little standard size closet there. Then getting back out here into the hallway, you're going to have your bathroom. So you have a single sink bathroom here. You have that extra countertop space, and then a tiled shower and tub combo. So again, I get the question a lot about, like, this one looks like, if you didn't know, you would think that was like one of those just inlay vinyl showers. That's actually tiled. So you have a tiled shower and tub there. You have a little storage linen closet here for towels, blankets, whatever you need to put in there. And then the final room over here closest to the game room. You get in here, again, that one looks out, you got a window there looking out to the front yard. This one's probably the smallest, I would say, of the 3. They're all just about the same size, but this one kind of felt like, when I was in there anyway, it kind of felt like the most tight, I guess you can say. But again, standard size closet in this one as well. And then coming back around here, we'll go ahead and go downstairs. So we're gonna walk back through this game room. We'll go downstairs and check out the backyard on this one. So coming down these stairs again, you don't have that open railing like you did in those other ones. They kind of just took out this little pocket right there in the wall to sort of open it up as you're going up and down those stairs. So just kind of wanted to show you that as we walk down here and then go check out the backyard. So again, you're gonna have a nice little covered patio on this one. You see they got that little dining table out there. And then same view as the other ones. All these models are on the same street, so you don't have any back neighbors. Most of your lots, every now and then you're gonna have some that back up to a forest or back up to a little ravine or whatever it might be. For the most part, you're gonna have back neighbors though. But last little view of this house here from the back. This one is the Granville plan.
All right, so let's check out these prices for these Centex homes, right? So this one we just walked through, as I said, is the Granville plan. They actually have one that's gonna be ready in November 13th, and it's priced at $354,100. So this exact floor plan that we just walked through, they have one ready to go at $354,100. From there, they have a ton of other plans. Unfortunately, they only gave me this little tiny list right here, so you can't really read anything. But going from the bottom, they have ones at, we're talking about 272. That one's the Beeville plan. 270, that one's the Taft plan. 253 for the Adams. And what I'm gonna do too is we'll go through all of these floor plans when we get back to my office, because I don't like just saying this stuff right now kind of doesn't really give you an idea, but just wanted to talk about it. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to my office right after this. I'm gonna pull up these floor plans for you so you can actually see what they look like, and I'll just show you how to get there too, and you can look it up yourself. So, but anyway, here we go. Basically all the way down from 250 for that Adams plan up to actually this is the most expensive one. The Granville is the most expensive at 354. So 250 to 350 is the price point you're looking at for these bigger Centex homes. That's about it. Let's go back to my office so I can put a picture to what I'm just telling you right now about these floor plans. All right, guys, so like I said, I only have this little paper here that you can't see anyway, so I wanted to pull this up on the computer to kind of show you. So like I mentioned, the lowest priced home, sorry, I'm giving you a view of the top of my head. The lowest priced home is at 253, and that is the Adams plan. So again, you can come right here onto Centex's website in Mavera, and they have everything here. You can see home designs, you can see quick move-in houses, but if you go to home designs, you can see all the floor plans too. So that Adams floor plan that I mentioned, the lowest price one at 253, you just click right here. All right, so here's that Adams plan again. This one's, have one that's gonna be done in November, priced at 253. If we take a look here, don't necessarily wanna watch that video, but here we go. So you can see kind of the interior here. Let's start from this side. So you have your kitchen and little kind of dining nook right there on the right-hand side. Primary bedroom. There's some exterior photos. Here's your living room. So you can kind of see you have your living room here, that little dining nook that I just showed you, kitchen there on that side. Got your kitchen here. Living room, you got your little view back there towards that kitchenette area again. Let's see if they have any photos of the primary. I didn't see any photos of the primary, but anyway. And then you kind of scroll down here. They have an actual interactive video, like an actual walkthrough of this. We won't do that right now because it's a few minutes long, but you can see this floor plan too. So you see you can come in, you have a 2-car garage, front porch entry, you have your gathering room, living room, dining, kitchen area, owner suite in the back, and then you have your second and third bedroom, another bathroom up front, and your laundry here as well. But aside from the Adams plan, the other one, kind of just the most expensive one, which is priced at $354 by Centex, is the Granville. That's the model that we walked through. So if you're comparing the smallest, least expensive, it's right here at $253, and then the most expensive is $354. So $100,000 difference going from the Adams up to the Granville, which is the model that we walked through. Another popular floor plan though, this one, they have one ready to go. It's going to be done in November. It's the Taft floor plan. So let me see if we can kind of get back to the other part of the website if this thing loads again, and I want to show you this Taft floor plan real quick. So again, you just kind of scroll down. They got all the home designs. So you got Adams, Taft, Beeville. Everything you want to see about all of their homes is right here on the website. So we can go here to the Taft floor plan, and then boom. So you walk in here, kind of similar to the Adams, but it's a little bit bigger. And then it has the, this is actually like a little study slash flex room right here off the living area too. So very similar to the Adams, but they just added that little flex room in there. So you can see kitchen, you got an island here, that little breakfast nook behind it. Going out there, primary bedroom, a really good sized primary bedroom as well. You got a single sink vanity in there. You can see one of the secondary bedrooms, the third bedroom, second bathroom. And then these are just your elevations of kind of what the elevation just means exterior, by the way. So if you ever hear a builder talk about elevation, that just means what the exterior of the home looks like. But yeah, that is the Taft plan. So again, if you're looking at the Adams, it's a 3-2, 1,200 square feet. The Taft is a 3-2, 1,500 square feet. The main difference is you have that the study slash flex room up there right off of the living area. Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of show you all that real quick, since you couldn't really get an idea from the little paper that I was showing you here. But that's pretty much it for me. We're gonna end this one here. Hopefully I was able to give y'all some good value in this video. I know it was a long one, so if you made it this far, thank you, I appreciate it. That's it, let's end it there. As always, I appreciate you guys. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.